Yeah, let's go. Shout out the mountain and fish. I got Iggy and Woods doing right for the culture. If you just here for the views and the likes and just put on the mic, you a vulture. They let me down, but the raps did it. They let me down, but the switch did it. They let me down, but the raps did it. They let me down, but the switch did it.
This your boy Iggy.
It's your boy Woods.
You are now tuned into another episode of Hip Hop Hoops Podcast. Listen, man, everybody continue to keep running those subs up on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We're everywhere. Shout out to the Distant Cousins, man. Title League. Let's get it.
Let's do it.
We got to give a big shout out to Half Noted, man.
Yes.
Amazing spot. Listen, man.
Yo, this is a spot right here, man.
Yeah.
This is my first time here, and y'all missing out. You know what I mean? Half Note. You know what I mean? The Half Note space. It's a beautiful space. You can follow my IG at half.note416.
Let's
You
get
already
it.
know what it is, man. They go hard, man. Beautiful space for all events, photographs, photo shoots, live shows,
Yeah. Comedy
game
shows.
nights, comedy, multi-purpose space, man, for the youth, from the youth all the way to the elders, man. Multi-purpose, man. I'm telling you, this is the spot right here.
That is facts. Listen, we gotta shout out Bobby for sure.
Come on, man.
We gotta shout out Bobby for the illest shorts, man. Go get your merch. Blue
All
wear,
right.
go get your shirts,
Your
man.
blue wear, you already know what that is, man. You know, you can follow him at B22Lou on Instagram. You know what I mean? Hit him up on IG to order and can order your custom tees and all that good stuff. Over 2,500 images at your disposal, man.
Wow.
You already know. Shout
Wow.
out B. Lou.
Shout out B. Lou. So listen, let's get into it. I want to talk about just Canada basketball. We haven't talked about Canada basketball in a while.
Right.
Last time we spoke about it, we mentioned just the team
Right.
that they were sending to France. I don't even think that was the complete roster, but we just mentioned some of the guys that were going to be a part of the training camp roster.
Right.
Team is fully assembled.
Yes, it is.
What's your thoughts on the team that's assembled so far? We didn't go with a full NBA roster.
We didn't go with the full NBA roster, but I'm happy with the roster. I'm kind of upset that Andrew Wiggins ain't playing.
So
Zach Edey ain't playing.
So my question for you is with Andrew Wiggins, because apparently it wasn't a team decision, and a team can't stop you from playing.
Right.
So what's happening with that?
I don't know.
Was it Wiggins that he just didn't want to play for Team Canada?
Maybe he just was playing it safe. Maybe he knows he's getting traded. Maybe he knows.
But what does that have to do with him playing for his country?
He didn't want to get hurt, maybe. You know? I'm not gonna go out there and say, you know, there's a bunch of there's a bag of wings on, and I'm not talking about hot wings or Wingstop or anything along those lines. There's a bag of wings just on both sides at the 2 and the 3 spot.
Yeah, but
Who you
Wiggins
got?
is a starter. We're
I'm
talking
not
about
saying he's
Andrew
not a
Wiggins is a starter.
That is true too.
Okay, so
That is true
my thing
too,
is,
but-
was
But
this
you got Jamal there.
Jamal? Who?
You got Jamal Murray.
Yeah, but that's 1 and 2.
Okay.
Wiggins could have played small ball forward.
You got RJ.
Who do you want, Wiggins or RJ right now? I don't know.
That's a good question.
Who do you want? I just think that
RJ,
the more the better.
The more the better. Like,
Or
you
do
know
you
what I
feel
mean?
that?
I hope mans ain't even looking at who's starting from who's not.
But okay, but that's not my thing. My question to you is like, why did he not want to be a part of this? Now
Right.
that we're hearing that it's not the Golden State Warriors who prevented him from playing, why did he not want to be a part of this roster?
honestly,
Was this
honestly, like I said, it could either be two things, man. One, the team is too stacked in those positions, in his position.
what?
Or two, like, man, he's not trying to get
The
hurt.
first time that we've made it into the Olympics in how many years,
That's
and you
what
don't
I'm
want to be
saying.
a part of this?
That's real talk, man. That's just what it is. That's what I think. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. But that's just
I
what it
don't
is.
know. I just was told that your NBA team cannot prevent you from playing.
Yeah, that's what came out the first time.
So the news was Andrew Wiggins cannot play because the Golden State Warriors do not want him to play.
Right. But that's not true. Clearly. So it's either or. Either A, he wanted to, or B, he didn't want to.
Because Zach Edey, they said that he wanted to be a part of the summer
Right.
league and go through the stuff as a rookie. He wanted to focus on that.
Right.
Okay, whatever. Still, we needed him, but
Right.
whatever. But Wiggins, I don't know. There's a little tension, I think, some conflict there between that team. and as far as management or whoever, I think,
You know what I
because it
mean?
doesn't make any sense.
Well, you know, Ron Barrett Sr., you know what I mean? He's not dealing with no halfway-ish. It's either you're in or you're not.
Mm.
And if he was sensing that maybe, you know, there's a little double dutch going on right now. I'm in, I'm not, I'm in, I'm not. He canceled that ASAP and just
Canceled
said,
it
yo,
ASAP, huh?
let's go with what we got.
Right. What do you feel as far as how they look so far?
I think
They played how much exhibition games? They played 2 or 3 exhibition games so
played
far?
3.
3, yes, 3. You
they
played
played 3.
USA.
Yeah. Lost that one.
Lost USA.
I think we're rope-a-doping
beat
them to tell you the truth.
France.
Yeah.
And we played Puerto Rico. Was it Puerto Rico? Yeah, Puerto Rico a couple days ago.
Yeah. So slapping up France and Puerto Rico is beautiful to see. I'm kind of nervous about the interior. We got Kelly Olynyk and what's my
Dwight
guy's
Powell,
name?
Man.
Dwight Powell. And forgot his name, man. Kem Birch. You know, they're gonna have to hold it down for us, but I think on the perimeter and the wings and the PG position, yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I think we're gonna do just fine.
Right.
But Slovenia, France, Australia, they got some big boys down low. So we gotta wait and see.
What is your feelings? How do you feel about the USA team? How do you like how they look so far?
It's too much one-on-one for me. I feel like even the young boys on the team, they're kind of falling back for LeBron. You know what I mean? They're letting him go off.
And he looked like he saved the game, like back to back. First
like
Sudan,
and to me, it's hard to get into a rhythm. You know what I mean? When you're just feeding, you're going out of your way to feed LeBron.
But they didn't look good. They were down by like 16 points.
Why didn't they look good? Because they
Sudan.
probably went into the game knowing that, yo, I'm just gonna feed this guy.
No, you can't do that.
I'm just saying.
Doesn't work.
Well, you know what? This is our preliminary. When the actual tournament starts, the reason why they're in the NBA because they have that switch. You know what I'm saying?
They beat us. Out of all the teams that they played, they beat us the worst.
It's okay.
Sudan, 1 point game.
And they played not like us right after. That was a super diss thing, but I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm leaving that alone for now. But they did it. LeBron, that's why
they've been playing it the whole time.
That's why the boy unfollowed you, because he did that snake shit.
Did he unfollow him?
He did.
No, he didn't.
I hope he did.
Stop this. He didn't do all that.
I hope he did. I hope he did.
Unfollowed him. Bro.
I hope he did. You know what I mean? But
why though? Why are you saying that?
Because you didn't see when Steph said, "All right, enough with the track already. We don't got to play it all the time." And LeBron like, "No, this track is tough."
So you felt that was disloyal of him to say that I love this song?
Disloyal behavior, man.
Why do you feel that was disloyal?
Disloyal behavior because, yo, that's your man. That's supposed to be your man, right?
But what has LeBron ever been committed to besides his family and whatever? He hasn't been committed to nobody else outside his circle. So
that's true.
Why are you surprised about that?
I'm just a little hurt, but I'm over it.
You don't need to be hurt about that, man. It is what it is.
But yeah, I feel like the team itself, they gotta turn on that switch. They all have it. That's why they're in the NBA. They have that switch. So they better all just turn that switch on, or they're gonna be laughed at. And then
they haven't looked really good.
And Embiid's gonna get and Embiid's gonna be blamed for it.
Yeah, Embiid looks horrible. He looks out of shape. He gotta do something. I think they need to go with Anthony Davis more so.
Right.
But they haven't looked great. They haven't been able to stop any perimeter guards like against Germany. I think Schroeder actually gave that game up. He sold because he couldn't make a shot and he kept shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And those Wagner brothers or Wagner, whatever, those guys were hooping.
They're the truth, man.
Continued to keep going to those guys,
right.
Which was just a bad move on Germany. But yeah, they haven't looked really great. No. Sudan was just like the kid he played at Iowa State. He destroyed them, gave them like 25 or 30.
Right.
He killed them. But I want to lead that into Gilbert Arenas' remarks. About the Sudan team.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on that, on his comments?
I thought they were ignorant, man. Like, you didn't got to say all that.
Because he said, he said like, I don't think they have anybody. No, that was Paul Pierce.
Right.
I don't think they have anybody over 6'3".
Right.
And then you had, Gilbert Arenas, talking about, the darts and they ain't got no shoes and the foul. Africans and all this other stuff.
The simple fact that 13 years ago, South Sudan was considered its own, like, you know what I mean? Its own country or whatnot. And there was a lot behind it, bro. I was like, you didn't got to say all that. Sudan, they don't even have a indoor gym yet. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have an indoor gym. So to me, this is more of a success story. Like, fams, you got
Only been won by 1
you
point.
got Luol Deng. You know what I mean? Giving back. You got
Roy Ivy.
Roy Ivy giving back. Like, this is how you're supposed to do it. Pay it forward. You know, Luol Deng. I used to say he was the biggest finesser because he was collecting mad NBA checks and wasn't playing at the end of his career,
especially with the Lakers.
Clearly, you could see what he's doing now with that dollars. Like, you know what I mean? Giving back to his hometown, like his home country, and building something solid.
It just sounds racist, period. Like, just the way he was talking about, blowing darts, and
he went all in.
Yeah.
So it wasn't cool. Hopefully, maybe today or sometime this week, he tries to do some damage control.
He won't do it.
It is what it is, man. But hopefully the States gets it together. Because if they don't get a gold, they're gonna get roasted. Because they're trying to compare this team to like the Dream Team.
You can't compare this team to the Dream Team.
Right?
It's not even close.
We gotta wait and see.
It's not even close.
We gotta wait and see.
It's not close. But moving along to the Raptors, Gary Trent, he's gone. What's your thoughts on that?
Shout out Gary Trent, man. That's a real one right there, man. He betted on himself and lost. Shit, man.
So what was it? He could have signed last year?
Could have signed last year for, I think, $15 million a year or something along those lines.
And now he's playing for the league minimum right now.
Now he's playing for the league minimum with the Bucks.
Bucks. He's playing on a good team.
Yeah, he can probably get a chip. He gets reunited with Dame Lillard. So that's a good look.
Oh, in Portland. Okay, Portland. Yeah. But how is he gonna be able to go off to be able to command that kind of dollar again?
He ain't gonna get no touches in Milwaukee.
This is what I'm saying. Sure. Everything runs through Giannis and Dame.
Right.
He might be third option.
Let's see what they do with Chris Middleton. But I think
and that's only because Chris Middleton is always injured.
Right.
So maybe a third option, fourth option.
Yeah.
And then you got to look at Middleton, Bobby Portis. He's big for them.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get off to be able where he can command that kind of dollar again.
Should have took that 15, man.
Should have took the 15, man.
Right.
See how it can play out when you bet on yourself. It doesn't always work.
And I remember when Dave Chappelle had that segment, "Keeping It Real Goes Wrong." When keeping it real goes wrong, that's keeping it real goes wrong type moment. You know what I'm saying?
Man, like, that's sad.
But hopefully, he can make something work. Yeah. He is a 15 mil a year type guy, player.
Yeah, so, I'll give it to him.
I mean,
yeah.
Hopefully our Raptors,
So
it's looking tough right now.
Oh, let's talk about Bronny James, man. This dude, the 55th pick.
Yeah.
2024 NBA draft, Bronny James, and he's getting scrutinized like he is the second pick overall.
Right.
What is your thoughts with all this hate towards Bronny James?
I mean, it comes with the territory. He just signed. He was one of the first rookies to sign a guaranteed deal.
Yeah,
4 years.
4 years, 7 point something million. I think almost 8 mil.
Right. So now you get thrown into the wolves. It was a little shaky in summer league at the beginning. I mean, there's so many guys that are trying to get a guaranteed contract. That's what they're fighting for.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I shout him out for finishing strong. He had his last 2 games, or maybe 3 games. Last 2 games for sure that I seen. He finished in the double digits. He shot the ball a lot better.
I think he scored like 25 points the last 2 games.
Right.
I don't know how much assists or rebounds, but he does pretty much
He's
everything.
gonna have to walk with that bullseye on his back. He's your LeBron James' son, playing on your dad's team. You know what I mean? It has a lot of positives, having a dad and a son duo playing on the same team. There's going to be 1 game at least when both of them are going to be on the same court. That's going to be dope to see. But now you have a target on your back, bro.
Do you think it's fair, though?
No, it's not fair, but that's sports. Sports is not fair. Whoever says sports was fair is lying to you.
Okay, so when you say the legacy part,
yeah,
when you throw it in there, because this is what I'm getting at when I think about this whole situation. Because Bronny didn't have to leave school. He could have stayed in school.
Right.
I think it's better to learn being in school, getting up reps, just getting that grind instead of going. The G League, you can get lost in the G League.
Right.
I've seen many players that are good players get lost in the G League.
Right.
And never get out. And they're just there averaging 20, 25, doing their thing, and they just never get the call up. I see guy, for example, Lindell Wigginton.
Right.
That's my guy. This guy's the all-time leading scorer in Herd history. That's not something that you want to have on your belt. That record. You don't want to be in the G League that long where you're the all-time leading scorer for that franchise.
Mm-hmm.
That's to me, it's like you're happy, but you're like, damn, I've been in this bitch kind of too long. Like,
Right.
I need to get a call up.
Right.
Now he's in China,
Right.
doing his thing. So I think you can get lost in the G League. So I think college is always the better route for me when you want to, work on your craft and get better and just, do things for yourself. But it's like now you're here and you kind of got like that stimulus package from your dad
Yep.
to boost you. Not kind of, you did, got boosted. Now you're in the league and it could break him. And I don't think, to me, this is where my head is. I don't think LeBron did this for Bronny. I think he did this more so for himself.
Mm.
And this is where I'm going with this, because he can say now, I've been in the league for so long,
Right.
I was able to play with my son.
Right.
I'm the GOAT.
He's always gonna find a way to go around the
Because
topic of being the GOAT.
It just doesn't make any other sense. Why you're not hurting. He doesn't need money.
Right.
Money's not the issue. So why couldn't you keep your son grinding
Mm-hmm.
and working out on a pro team? I mean, on a college team, and just doing his things where he can develop better.
Right.
I think that's the better way. People are like, oh, he could play in the league and develop with the pros and this and that. That doesn't always necessarily work.
Facts.
Like, we've seen how he looked in summer league. At some point, he looked defeated. He was like, shit, like, I don't even want to be here.
Right. Shots
Like,
not dropping.
like,
Everything was just
why?
a little off. And
So-
other rookies were getting off on him too.
Yeah, so my thing is,
ugly.
my question to you is, do you think LeBron did this for himself, or did he actually do this for Bronny?
I think he did it for Bronny. You know what I mean? I think he's trying to create the narrative for him. I think regardless, Bronny was going to make it to the NBA.
You actually thought that?
Even if he went back for another year, I think he would have had a better year. Whatever school he was going to go to, he would have had a better year. And just for namesake, for who he is and his skill set, he was going to make it. Because I think his game is not a Division I type game. I think he trains with his dad. He trains with pros all day, every day. His game is going to transcend to NBA game.
Because he wasn't even the best player on his team.
Right. But he does everything. He does a little bit of everything, though.
Like Ellis, that Ellis, and he averaged like 16 a game.
Right.
And he didn't even sniff a draft.
He didn't even sniff the draft.
Like, he didn't even get.
No, it's real. But
yeah.
like, I mean, fam, that just comes with the territory. Like,
And I'm not mad at
there's
it.
so many guys in the NBA that have sons that their sons end up getting an opportunity to get.
D-Wade tried.
drafted.
It didn't work, but D-Wade tried.
He tried his hardest.
And honestly, if I was in that position, I'd do it too.
Straight up.
I don't
same
care
here.
what you're saying. I would do it,
Bottom line.
but I would make sure that I do it for my son
Right.
and not to boost my legacy.
Right.
That's my only thing.
Right.
If LeBron is actually genuinely doing it for his son, then that's cool. It is what it is. It's the 55th pick. Who cares?
Facts.
Like, what are you gonna get out? Like, what are you gonna get really out of the 55th pick?
Right.
He didn't use it on the 17th pick. They picked Dalton Connect.
Exactly.
Right?
It's
So,
the 55th pick.
It's the 55th pick. It's not a big deal.
right.
I'm just saying, I hope he did it for his son's legacy
right.
and not to boost his own.
Understood.
That's my only thing.
And at the end of the day, now he's going to be the most sought after 55th pick. You know what I
Facts.
mean? But I think right now the most accomplished 55th pick plays for Australia, point guard, shooter from San Antonio back in the day.
Oh, I know. I know you're talking. He's still playing for Australia now. He was
and
55th pick?
He was the 55th pick as
He
well.
went to St. Mary's. I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of his name right now. My
Patty
bad.
Mills. Patty Mills. There you go. Yeah.
Right. So
Okay, he was 55th pick.
I believe so.
Okay,
I believe
shit.
so.
We got to holler at Gilbert Arenas and tell
Right?
him like that's what a 55th pick would look like. So, because he keeps talking about there's no 55th picks. Whatever. All right,
Right.
cool. Okay, so Jaylen Brown
Yeah.
was caught in 4K, and he was just. And this
4K.
made me just look at him so different.
Right.
Like he was like, yo, Bronny's not a pro. What is it? What is your thoughts with that?
Got to provide context. He was with two baddies. You know what I mean? Angela Reese. She the
Angel
baddie.
Reese.
Angel Reese. Sorry.
Angel Reese, yeah.
Angel Reese. Is the
I can't
baddie,
pronounce the other girl's name for nothing.
Right. The other
His
one,
girl.
his girl,
Yeah.
or his date, or whatnot. She the baddie too. So imagine you're courtside, two baddies. Of course, you're gonna move out of pocket just a little bit, like you know what I mean. He's feeling himself. He's a $300 million man.
Nah.
Won a chip, took Finals MVP, took Conference MVP. He's just talking to talk.
Yo, a couple months ago, you were not talking about this Jaylen Brown stuff.
No, I still say JT over JB.
You were his biggest hater.
I wasn't his biggest hater. I was just trying to say, put some respect on JT's name. That's all.
Do you know what this gives me? You know what kind of vibe this gives me? For sure, I know Jaylen Brown's a pillow talker. That nigga's a pillow talker. He's a pillow talker. When he's around a bad chick, I know for sure he sits there at night when he's with her.
Hey, a lot of guys, move out of character sometimes.
He talks about Jason Tatum to that girl. Like, yo, he ain't like that. He ain't that good, yo. He's a pillow talker.
No, right now you
get around two bad girls. Let me start talking crazy.
Listen.
He's a pillow talker.
Let's not try and break up what Boston is.
It don't matter. They won already.
No.
He's a pillow talker.
Boston gonna repeat. I told you this already.
He's a pillow talker.
It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? It happens though, bro.
No,
it happens, man.
He's a pillow talker.
But you see how quick he did the damage control?
Man, because he got caught.
Yeah.
He's a pillow talker. He's around two beautiful women. Let me just.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He's a pillow talker.
Rookie mistake,
I can see he talks horrible about Jason Tatum and other players on his team.
He's probably
telling that girl, Drew Holiday, trash, sweetheart. He sucks. That's how he's talking about his teammates. He's a pillow talker. I can see it.
Well, fams, I hope not. I hope, even if he is, I hope he learns from this. I hope he learns from this. Because right now, Nike ain't rocking with you. The NBA is looking at you funny. Like, your teammates are probably looking at you funny. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
he's the odd man out. He's a pillow talking dude.
Hopefully, let's not break up this dynasty, because I can see Boston going back to back. They got all the tools, and JB had the chip on his shoulder clearly because he didn't make the national team. You know what I mean?
You're never gonna make it.
JT got a chip.
He ain't gonna get on that team.
JT got a chip on his shoulder because he didn't have the greatest finals performance.
And JT's still not looking like nothing right now.
I mean, because he's falling back for LeBron. That's what I'm saying.
I told people when Olympic basketball starts coming out, these guys don't look the same. Booker looking average. All these guys looking average. Anyways,
they got that switch. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
But Boston gonna go back to back, regardless of all the pillow talking and all that. You know what I mean?
Pillow talking us.
And didn't his girl, the dude, what's his name, who beat her up?
Alleged. Come on, alleged.
Oh, my fault. Alleged beat her up.
Kevin
and
Porter.
He wasn't even charged for it, right?
No, she said it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Kevin Porter.
So, yeah, JB better just mind himself. You know what I mean?
Man,
and shout out, the homeboy's back in the league. He's playing for the Clippers, right?
He's playing with the Clippers, yes.
So, yeah.
He can hoop, though. He can hoop.
So he better just mind himself. Like, he may say the wrong thing and she may just take it out of context and start talking.
We'll see. Let's talk. I want to talk to you about the Sebastian Telfair. So, Sebastian, man, he is saying some things, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he literally, I don't know what happened. Like, I know he got arrested. He had a couple gun charges and things like that. And then Adidas took the money away. But it's like, you can see the pain in his face. Like, when he was screaming.
I'm just going to go out and say it. I think somebody laced his weed, bro.
No, I don't think.
Real talk, bro.
Listen,
I
don't think that's what it is.
With the wrong guys, and they laced it, bro.
I'm gonna tell you,
moving crazy.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I think it is. I think, bro, you were so up here, and he screamed. He's like, "You Adidas, you took the money away from me. Now my mother's back in the J's, like his mother's back in the projects.
Right.
That's pain. You were 20 million up." Or even more,
right?
And now you're back in the J's,
right?
The PJ.
No, that's
why you see the pain.
That's a reality check. But making fun of everybody, talking people's business.
I got to try to get it somehow. Like, I'm not hooping no more. Like,
right? But
that got to be painful. Like, I was way up here.
No, I mean,
now you're back in Coney Island.
But a lot of NBA guys go through that,
bro. But he I don't think he's 30 yet. How old is he? He's not even that old.
No, he's probably 30 now.
Early 30s, 30, 31. 30 he's not that old.
Man. 30 and change, for sure. LeBron's almost 40.
Is he the same age as LeBron?
They were like close. They on the same slam cover together?
Yeah, but I think they were different.
Different ages.
Yeah.
But not by maybe 2-3 years, maybe.
So he's still a young man.
He looks young.
Man, I just think this is the pain. Like,
I get it, but what do you?
He said his mom is back in the J's.
Talking about Kobe's people.
Okay, that's what I want to talk about.
Like, that's all that, bro. That's crazy.
That's some definitely pillow talking vibe right there. Like, and this disgusting behavior. For him to speak like that on Kobe, what is your thoughts?
No, I mean, a lot of, you know what? A lot of people are coming out the woodwork speaking crazy on Kobe right now, saying that he didn't look out for his family, blah, blah, blah.
Why y'all saying it when he's not here?
Right?
That's what I don't understand.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
His so-called best friend said, you know, I see he came to Philly and I met up with him. I saw him. I spoke to him. And he literally said that I asked him, I got 2 kids, you know, can you put me in a position to eat? Bruh. And then he gave you a number, apparently it was your assistant number, and then you can never reach him.
Right.
And now you're bashing him saying he ain't shit, he ain't this, he ain't that.
Right.
Why when he's not here? Why you
And
ain't say
we don't
this?
even know Kobe's side to that.
Yeah, we don't even know Kobe's side to this. Why you ain't say this when he was alive? And to me, that's disgusting. But the whole Sebastian, bruh, like you're telling the world that this guy was cheating on his wife. His wife is still here. She's still grieving.
She got their kids are there. Like, bro,
she didn't just lose.
That was like so early in their relationship, so early in their lives.
We don't
together.
even know if it's true. Like whether it's true or not, why does it matter? The woman is here. She lost a daughter and she lost her husband.
There's so much. There's so much to unfold.
I'm just so confused on what was the point. What were you trying to get out of that conversation? To tell the world that Kobe had mad chicks and he was cheating on Vanessa. What was your angle on that? I don't get it.
Man. Maybe he's trying to get an interview from, I don't know, Barbara Walters. Is Barbara Walters still around? Like, I don't know what he's trying to do. But
he's on Vlad. What else do you want? You're on Vlad.
You're on Vlad.
You did, you know, the all smoke.
He knows what he's doing, man. I mean, Steven Jackson called him out on that.
Yeah, because disgusting behavior.
Mace and Cameron kind of calling him out a little bit. You know what I mean?
You can't keep getting mad at people for the mistakes you made.
Bottom line.
You made those mistakes, brother.
But I always feel like there's an angle, man. You just can't, unless the total extreme was his weed got zooked and he's moving like a real zooked dude that's just high on crack right now.
It seems that way.
But maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's just an angle to bring in more people wanting to interview him so we could charge him and try and get up that way, you know? So it's a mean game, man. It's a cold world out here, man.
It sounds that way, man. Whatever. Let's move on to hip hop. I want you to answer this question. And we've been getting a lot of hate. I'm starting to see more love now. From certain posts, you know, with the whole Kendrick battle. You know, we gave our thoughts. But I want to know, do people actually like Kendrick's music? Like, or do they actually just hate Drake more? Or should I say, do people hate Drake more than they actually like Kendrick's music?
I think they hate Drake more. I know because Kendrick has his own cult of fans, though. Don't get it twisted.
Where did these people come from?
I mean, you got the real smart kids out there that tells you to listen to his track like 17 times so you can understand the first verse. You understand? You got those guys, you know, and so they're out here really defending Kendrick's honor.
Because it just seems.
But I think a lot of these guys really just don't like Drake.
And the reason why I'm asking this is because when I ask a person who claims to be a huge Kendrick fan, and I'm like, yo, name me some songs or name me an album, they're like, they can't really name anything. So I'm like, is this just, you just hate Drake so much? You know, you're just rooting for Kendrick. And people made some comments where I think it was Schoolboy Q's manager where he said, you know, people just wanted to see Kendrick win so bad.
Right.
You know, they wanted him to win so bad. Why did they want to see him win so bad? Because. And my thing is like, do people actually really listen to Kendrick's music or they just hate Drake so much?
I mean, Good Kid, Mad City is a classic.
Is it a classic?
It is a classic, man.
Why is it a classic?
Because everybody's saying it's a classic. I didn't listen to it like that. You know what I mean?
Kendrick just opened his mouth.
But Drake nailed it. He's going to get an Emmy for that. He's going to get an Emmy for Not Like Us.
That's one line in all the songs that Drake did that aged well. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Because it seems like whatever Kendrick says,
right,
everybody believes whatever. So you are a pedo, you know, and whatever. But whatever Drake says is like, you know, he didn't It's all lies.
Right. I
You
mean,
know, you do have a daughter. People are still on the internet
until
still
I see
saying,
that 11-year-old
he has
daughter,
a daughter.
bro,
He has a daughter.
liars, bro. But that's just the game, man. And I think the boy and everybody that follows the boy, they understand. Like, just let this wave just go over. Like, we have to wait. We have to wait till September
Okay,
or
so
October.
so my question: why is this beef still happening? Like, I don't hear from Kendrick. You know, he made the video. And he's riding this wave. I get, and as he should.
Right.
You know, the boy, he did it with back to back where he had the concert and all that other stuff. He should.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is the biggest hit that he's ever had, and it's the longest hit that he's had as far as a number one. Right. Do you think that this record it would have did the same damage if Drake's wasn't attached to it?
No. They need Drake in it. Bottom line, they just need Drake in it. Like, there's so much hate for Drake. It is crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's the $400 million deal he got. You know what I mean? But ever since he signed that big ass deal, the hate has been unbearable, especially for the Drake fans, man. But these guys be in the comments, man. You're lucky I got thick skin. You know what I mean? I just leave 3 letters for you guys. SYM, man. For everybody talking shit to
Do you
me.
want to tell us what that means?
SYM. Suck your mother.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
sorry.
So
I had to say it. I had to.
So Joe Budden said something interesting on his pod where he stated that he made $1 million every time a Drake diss record came on. And I think this is a part of it, right? Like, you have a lot of TDE members,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Absol, you know, he said his 1-2 trying to jab, trying to poke, you know, if you think if you are the MC or Redemption is not out of the, you know,
Yeah.
like you've seen the comments that he said, and
Right.
if you are an MC, then you'll fight back. And then a lot of people felt like that was like him trying to bait Drake to still, you know, engage in this beef, right? And then you had Schoolboy Q, you know, obviously he had a show, got stopped. We'll get into that a little later. But you know, he said some things, and so you see a lot of TDE guys saying things, but then you know, all of the OVO guys are not saying nothing. So I kind of believe
I wouldn't say they're not saying anything.
I haven't heard anything.
I mean, the boy, if you're really taking his last 4 IG posts, Tupac shirts.
He can't like Tupac.
Right? You got the Tupac, the alleged Tupac vehicle. You know what I mean?
Kind of look like it, but I don't think it is.
I'm just saying, like, you know, he's slowly jabbing as well, and it's bugging those boys, like it is. So it's a great game of like chess. You're fully watching the subliminals going right back at it again. Like, they used to throw subliminal jabs at each other in their rhymes before this epic battle happened.
Right.
So now it's not done, man. It's far
so
from
funny
over.
that you said that this was one of the biggest battles ever, and then people called you an idiot.
They called me an
idiot.
idiot.
And then someone else who just said it's the one that's the biggest battles, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, it is! It
right.
is."
I think Common said it.
Common, yeah, you're right.
So I'm like, bruh, you're welcome.
Right?
You're welcome. You know what I mean?
But I do think that TDE wants this thing to continue to keep going on because it's allowing them to stay relevant. Like, this is Kendrick's biggest moment that he's ever had in his career.
Right.
And it is attached to Drake's name. So now everybody's like, okay, drop the music already. Drop some other music. He dropped the video. He probably gonna drop a remix. They're like, bro, okay, drop some other different music besides this and carry this momentum on and take over the game.
So what do you think? Do you think they're gonna have another track? You think
a
Kendrick will
remix
drop
is
another
coming.
track, or a remix is coming
A
before
remix
that?
is coming. He gonna ride this wave all summer. A remix is coming. He gonna do probably 2 other remixes. I heard he had a video game.
Right.
Like, he's gonna ride this wave till the wheels fall off. This is his biggest moment in his career ever.
Crazy.
Ever.
Crazy.
And he needs to thank Drake. What did Drake say in Family Matters? You got to give me the loot.
Give me the loot, baby.
It's clearly because it's the boy. He said that, right? So,
Yeah.
I believe Joe when he says, I gotta keep talking about this.
Right.
No other artist can do this. When Drake drops a diss, I make $1 million off this. Other people and creators and podcasts, they're doing the same thing. And they're making money. They're getting the views or whatever off of his name.
Right.
So I definitely think that's what it is. And why they won't let it go. Because
Drake is the gift that keeps on giving, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
So, but I want to talk about Schoolboy Q.
Yeah.
He had a show in Toronto, was canceled.
Right.
Do you think Drake canceled this guy's show? Because it was at History, the event, the event History, and apparently Drake is like, I don't know if he's co-owner or he's just a collaborator with them.
Right.
History, but the name is in the bio.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's the one who canceled the show?
You know what? That day there was a huge flood in the 6.
Facts.
You know what I mean? A lot of places got canceled. A lot of establishments closed early.
My gym wasn't even open.
Our gyms, a lot of the gyms in the West End, they were closed. So I just think it was just timing. I don't think the boy will go out of his way, or affiliates of the boy will go out of their way to close down Schoolboy Q.
Because it's so funny what they said, right? They were like, they couldn't even fly out. They got in the plane, and before flying out, the police stopped them and said, the police don't want you guys to perform in Toronto. Nobody from TDE. That shit sound like some movie.
Right.
Like some diehard movie. Like, what is that? The police stopped you guys and said, nobody from TDE?
Yo.
That just sounds kind of weird.
At the end of the day, how many artists that couldn't get into Canada got into Canada because of Drake?
But this is what they're saying. This is why they believe
so be it.
It happened.
That could be somewhat true.
If you were Drake, would you cancel the show?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You rather not
Why?
eating over here.
Let him perform.
You rather not eating over here.
I know, but when you do that, it can become a thing.
And then they can do the same in the States, right?
Yeah, like now he goes to LA, shit can happen, right?
Right.
So I don't think that Drake did. I don't think Drake has time. Like, who the hell is Schoolboy Q? Like,
no, I'm saying that's what I would have done if I was Drake.
I would have done.
He's a bigger man than that, man. That's why I
would let him live.
That's why I'm doing the podcast.
So his show got canceled in Chicago too. So I just want to know, did Drake cancel that show too?
Right.
In Chicago?
Okay, there you go. But nobody's talking about that.
They don't want to talk
about that.
They
don't want to talk about that. Good. I like that one right there.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Yeah, man. The Schoolboy Q situation is real funny. You had his manager. He was on with academics, and he was just talking about Drake's voice for him. Right. He just kept talking about that one point of his voice, and he just doesn't sound like he doesn't have that aggression in his voice. And I want to ask you, what's your thoughts on Drake's voice? and compare it to Kendrick's voice. Do you think Kendrick has that aggression in his voice?
Man, all right. Has Drake ever really showed aggression in his delivery?
Well, why? I don't understand why does
you know
why
what?
Does it matter?
Because Drake is so quiet at the moment. Even though he dropped another track today as a feature. With what's the artist's name? He dropped like another international track, and his voice sound fine. You know what I mean? Sound a little aggressive, I guess.
I think the people just want to hear from Drake right now.
They want to hear from him. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna get it. Because when Kendrick doesn't put out nothing for so long.
Kendrick's coming with the remix
you
part 2.
Saying that's so strategic
the remix
and whatever.
part 3. He gonna ride this.
But I hear other folks saying
us.
like, yo, Drake should just fall back. You know what I mean? Don't say nothing yet. You know what I mean? Till the right time. So at the end of the day, Drake knows what he's doing.
What do you think Drake's next move should be?
Just a banger. Just a banger. Another undeniable banger.
He was with 50 last night, your boy.
Man,
or the other day.
That was a beautiful thing to see. You know what I mean? So who knows? You have what? Drake was responsible for Euphoria and Top Boy. Combine that with the Power Universe. Oh man.
So you think that was more some movie stuff? And it could be maybe producing together, or him acting, or was that music stuff? It could be a
movie. It could just be a movie, period. In all senses of the word. Like, you know what I mean? From a music standpoint to the big screen standpoint.
Right.
I could see them. I could really see them, putting in some work.
Okay.
Control out delete.
Yeah, man, that's all I got right now, man. So
hey, man, I wanna thank everybody, man, for all the support. I want to shout out real quick, Locked In Sports. You know what I mean? They're doing their thing slowly but surely. Shout out, Denham Brown, Stevie Morrison, Joseph Palmer, Brandon Johnson, Cardo Thomas. You know what I mean? Just to name a few. Continue to grind. I see the regions. You guys have a team in Brampton, Oakville, Bowmanville, North York, Scarborough. It's dope to see that some of the elders' statement of our basketball game in Canada and in Toronto are actually giving back to the basketball community.
Yes,
by
sir.
Enlightening and empowering our young people. So yeah, shout out Locked In Sports, man.
And shout out where we're gonna be. We're gonna be Ball Don't Stop. Check us out there.
Oh yeah.
Me and my boy, we're gonna be coaching, man. So everybody pull out to that.
Yes.
That's coming out August 1st. We're gonna be at the Jane Finch Classic, man. From
it's gonna be a movie.
August 6th to the 11th.
Yeah.
Check us out over there. To be at the Hoop Dome. Jane Finch Classic, one of the hottest tournaments, in the city, of course. So check us out there. Ball Don't Stop, man. Shout out Eckham. Yo, it's gonna be a big movie.
It's gonna be a big movie.
Yes, sir.
And we out, man.
Let's go.
Let's go.